going on, Nitrosites? It is your boy, the Nitro General here, back at it again for a brand new team builder for our Pokemon Showdown series. Now, I am going to change the setup of how we're going to be doing the Showdown series for the foreseeable future, so I'll explain that more in a minute. Wow, it's snowing outside. This is the first time I've seen the snow this year. Sorry, I was like, what? But, yeah, guys, so, yeah, so I'm going to be changing things up, which I'll explain in a minute, but before I do that, make sure you hit a like button down below, and subscribe if you guys haven't already, because this next year, guys, is going to be probably even better than this year was for the channel, and this year was definitely the best year for the channel, like I told you guys at the beginning of the year it would be. Next year, I'm hoping will be even better with lots of more Pokemon content for you guys, so make sure you guys are subscribed with your notifications on so you do not miss a video when I post it. And share this video with your friends too, you know, if you think they would like it. I would really appreciate it, because we are on our way to 300 subscribers. I would like to say by the end of the year, but since we just have just over a month left, I don't think we'll do that. You know, kind of hoping we might be able to hit 250 since we're only 19 subscribers away, but I don't know if we will or not. But yeah, guys, so the new way we're going to be doing this is we're actually going to be doing two teams in this video, guys. We're going to be talking about two teams, and I'm going to rotate every other video for a team that we're going to be using. That way we'll get a little bit more variety on the channel, so it's not just the same team you guys are seeing for like a month. And because I know that can get a little boring, and the reason why I do it that way is because it's hard for me to kind of use a team and then the next video switch to another team and then just keep switching back every video. It's just it's so hard because I have to get used to a team and stuff like that. And honestly, no matter how much practice I do with these teams, it's a whole different ball game playing on camera like this, because I play not a totally different way, but I definitely play differently on camera and stuff like that. And also, no matter how much practice you get, the more practice you have with the team, the better you are going to be with it. So honestly, I practice with a bunch of these teams, and honestly, it's like, you know, you gotta have more practice with the teams to be better with them. So that's the reason why I do it like that. Honestly, I'm not as good as people like PokeAMD or MV, or people like that who play Pokemon Showdown competitively for a living like that, or maybe not for a living, but play competitive Pokemon on YouTube and can switch teams every video and have a new video coming out every day with a brand new team. Like, I can't do that, because, you know, if I was doing this for a living and I could sit down and play every single day and get paid for it and everything, it would be totally different, because I would be able to have a lot more experience. But because I actually have to have a job that I have to do to support me and everything, I don't have the time to kind of sit down every single day and spend hours playing Pokemon Showdown. So that's why I like doing, you know, the same team for a while. But I do think that I have like 5 teams that I had made over the last couple months. So I thought, you know, maybe this would be a good idea to kind of, you know, switch things up a little bit. So, in this video, we're going to be going over both teams. I'm not going to put you guys through a misery of 2 different videos for both teams. We're going to be going over both teams in this video. Let me know what you guys think about the teams down below. Honestly, I've said this before, if you guys have any input on moves or stats or abilities or items or anything like that you think might be better, let me know down below, because at the end of the day, I'm only doing what I think is best, and I could be missing something. So, you know, if I like your set, you know, I'll change it, and I'll even give you a shout out in the video, you know, because you gave me the idea. I know it doesn't mean much, but might be a little bit of incentive to let me know down below if what you guys think. I am moving, I don't know if you guys have noticed lately, but I've been moving out of just using super powerful Pokemon and moving into more using Pokemon that I haven't had the chance to use yet. And on this team, there are 3 Pokemon that I have not had the chance to use on this channel yet. So I am really excited about doing it, and yeah. So yeah, at the end of the day, if anything changes, I will let you guys know at the beginning of the video that is after. The next video after I change it. That's probably an easier way to say it. I don't know exactly if anything is going to change or not. I'm going to guess not, unless you guys give me ideas. But if I do change, I will let you guys know. There will be no battles in this video too, guys. So if you guys are sad about that, I'm sorry. Tune in tomorrow for the next episode of Pokemon Showdown, which there will be battles with this team, right? And then the next day will be the team we go over after that. But without further ado, guys, let's get right into it. So obviously, I really wanted a team that composed of Pokemon that I have not used yet, right? And I have not used Naganadel competitively in a long time. I have not used the sword guy there. Why can't Aegislash competitively in a long time? And I have not used Galarian Zapdos at all competitively. So I really wanted to do that. So yeah. So the first one up on this list, guys, is Murder Hornet, the Naganadel, with the Black Sludge and the Beast Boost ability, with Draco Meteor, Sludge Bomb, Toxic Spikes, and Thunderbolt. I really think this is going to be a really cool mon. Obviously, this thing hits really hard. It can be decently fast too. I decided not to run it super fast. That may end up changing though, because you know I actually may change that. So yeah, but we'll talk about that in a minute. So Draco Meteor, Sludge Bomb, Toxic Spikes, and Thunderbolt. This is a good mod to kind of come out with and just set up some Toxic Spikes, a layer or two. Obviously, with this thing not being the fastest mod on the planet, it is probably, you know, only going to get about one layer of Toxic Spikes up. This is obviously our answer to Fairy types, being neutral to Fairy type attacks. Well, we also have other mods that can hit Fairy types, but being neutral to it. Sludge Bomb also allows us to hit things like Rillaboom super effectively, things like Serena super effectively as well. Obviously, you know, anything that's weak to poison that's not Fairy. So yeah, and then Thunderbolt I thought was a really good option too, because we don't really, besides Rillaboom, we don't really have anything for water types on this team. And honestly, a mon like Azumarill can kind of run through this team, being able to hit a lot of things for super effectively. And yeah, I really wanted to be able to have Thunderbolt. I think that's going to be a good idea. Also help with flying types and stuff like Togekiss, even though we probably go for Sludge Bomb over Thunderbolt. But that's the set I thought would be good. Obviously for the stats here, I think I am actually going to change something here now that I'm thinking about it. So this is actually the set I think I'm going to go with. I think this is probably better than our last one. We're still sticking with Modest, with max special attack, but I think having 128 EVs in HP and 128 in speed will be nice. That speed is going to allow us to be able to outspeed a lot of stuff, being able to set up Toxic Spikes really nice. But the 128 in HP will also allow us to kind of live more hits than that we would be before, because the one thing about Naganadel is that it is not the bulkiest mon. I mean, it's definitely not it's definitely bulkier than some mons, but it's not the bulkiest of them all. So yeah, so that's Murder Hornet here. I think this is going to be a good mon for the team. I'm really excited to kind of use this thing. It also definitely is one of the coolest shinies like ever. It's definitely my favorite of all of the Ultra Beasts, I have to say. I mean, I really like Guzzlord as well, but I think Naganadel is probably beats it out for me. But yeah, so that's the first mon on the team. The next one up on this list, guys, is the Black Knight, or Aegislash the Black Knight. We have the leftovers with Stance Change, with Shadow Ball, Flash Cannon, Wide Guard, and King Shield. So this thing, I almost wanted to run Choice Band or Choice Specs on this thing. I really did, but honestly, I think being able to have Wide Guard and King Shield on this mon is actually really nice. This is also a mon that I have not used in a very long time. Not since like the very beginning of, actually it might have been, I think it was around the end of Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire last time I really used this thing extensively in competitive, because I might have in Ultra Sun and Moon. I can't really remember. I do remember just wanting to use a lot of the new mons from Sun and Moon and Ultra Sun and Moon. And competitively, that's since there were a lot of them that were good, like Mudsdale and Serena, and I can't think of anything else off the top of my head, but I really wanted to use those. So I don't know if I have used Aegislash in a very long time, but I know I've used it before. But it is a really, really cool Pokemon. I think it'll be really fun to use. Obviously, we have the leftovers, which will help it, get more HP back since it is a really bulky mon. And I decided to run it special over physical because it really doesn't get, I don't know, I really think it would be better to run it special. I think the special attack is actually a little bit higher anyways, but rather than running Iron Head, I thought Flash Cannon would be better. Shadow Ball is also there, really nice. Also has the option to lower their special defense, so that's good. Wide Guard is there to help protect us from things like Rock Slide, from things like Muddy Water, Discharge, stuff like that hits both mons. Wide Guard I think will be nice because I don't know if very many people will expect that I have it on Aegislash. I think it's definitely a more different set to have. And King Shield obviously is there for, to protect from mons. I can't remember if this is a move one of the protect moves that you can use twice in a row. I can't remember. I don't think so, but this also allows us to go between our defensive form and our offensive form, which switches the attack, or our attacks and our defenses, I believe. I can't remember, but so that'll be pretty cool. Obviously for the stats, we have 252 EVs in HP and 252 in special attack, and the remaining 4 in speed. Honestly, not really going to be doing anything too much, but I think this thing will be really nice to have a nice offensive mon. Or actually, its base, special attack, and attack are the same, so you can run it both physically and especially offensive, and it really doesn't matter. I actually forgot about that before going over this. But yeah, so honestly though, it's attacking. It's more of a defensive mon when it's in its defense. Well, I guess because it switches its defenses and offenses. So when it's in its attacking state, it's a monster. So honestly, this thing is a really good option to a lot of fairy types. This thing is very, I don't know if I said it or not, but it's also a modest nature. It's also really nice against just a lot of good Pokemon. I thought about running Sacred Sword on this thing as well, but it does get Sacred Sword, I think. But I ended up not running it because we do have other monsters that we can deal with that have fighting type abilities. But yeah, so that's the Black Knight, guys. I'm really excited about it. Also, just a little Easter egg. If you guys don't know why I named it the Black Knight, not only is it shiny and it's like a night it's black, it's shiny, it's black, and it's a good Pokemon. But obviously, in the new Eternals movie, we got teased the introduction of the Black Knight into the MCU. So I thought that was really, really cool thing, a little nod to any of the Marvel fans out there. I'm really excited to see what they do with the characters. So in the MCU. So yeah, I really kind of wanted to throw back to that. Also with the shiny and everything, thought it worked out nice. But the next one up on this list, guys, is Scott Sterling, the Cinderace. The soccer player that always gets hit in the face with the balls. I don't actually think those videos are real. I think they're staged. But let me tell you, they are funnier than hell. I absolutely love those videos. I think they're absolutely hilarious. So we're bringing Scott Sterling in, guys. We've already used Cinderace at one point, but it's Cinderace. This thing is nuts. With Libero, I literally have a fire type, a fighting type, a steel type, and a normal type all in one, right? Obviously running the Life Orb with the Libero ability with Pyro Ball, High Jump Kick, Iron Head, and Quick Attack. Now, I may end up switching High Jump Kick out only because of the fact that I am really nervous about us missing it. And we do have another fighting type Pokemon up on this list. We could easily replace it with something like Sludge Wave or something like even a different fighting type move. Like I think it gives you Drain Punch or something like that, which would be kind of nice. So, but we'll see. Right now, I think we're gonna keep High Jump Kick. Iron Head is there too. Pyro Ball is just absurdly powerful. Iron Head is there because it is there to give us another Steel type. But I definitely think almost all Cinderaces run Iron Head and Pyro Ball, and most of them run High Jump Kick as well. I think the normal one is like Pyro Ball, Iron Head, High Jump Kick, and like Sludge Wave maybe. And I think having Iron Head is kind of predictable, but at the same time, I think it'll be nice because this thing is also really, really fast. So we have the Libero ability to help us change the typings, and then Quick Attack is there for priority. I don't know how often we're going to be using that, but with the Life Orb, it will give us a little bit more for it, and it'll be Stab. Plus, I don't think people will expect it, so having it, I think, will be really, really nice. Its stats, we are going for a more speedy and a more offensive set. We're going for we have an Adamant Nature with 252 EVs in attack and 252 in speed, with the remaining 4 in HP. This thing is honestly going to be decimating, I think, with how fast it is, being able to outspeed a lot of Mons. It is just going to be absurd. And honestly, as much as Cinderace is definitely my least favorite of the 3 starters, definitely, I can't think of its name, but the Sobble evolution line is definitely my favorite out of it, right? It was the first one I picked, and I almost went with Scorbunny, but I'm glad I didn't because I don't really care for definitely Cinderace's design has definitely grown on me, but I didn't really care for it at first. And obviously I really like Rillaboom because of it being a drumming Pokemon. I think that's really, really cool. But, yeah. So that is Scott Sterling, guys. Up next is Thumper, the Azumarill, with the Citrus Berry and the huge power ability. Yes, guys, this is actually really, really cool. I really like Azumarill. We've used it before. The little golden bunny there. It's really, really nice being able to, huge power doubles your attack. And then being able to, have Belly Drum with the Citrus Berry is really nice. I think it's a normal set with, this is like the go-to set, right? Citrus Berry with, huge power with Belly Drum, Liquidation, Play Rough, and Aqua Jet. I think it'll be really, really cool. So, yeah, with, obviously Belly Drum is there to max out our attack, which doubles with huge power. Liquidation is there for stab, Play Rough is there for stab, and Aqua Jet is also there for priority. Also, just being able to do an absurd amount with our doubling our attack. So, but yeah. So our stats is we potentially have like what 426, 36, yeah. 436 attack before Belly Drum, so that's literally insane. Obviously, 252 in HP to help him, withstand as many attacks as he can, and then we're max attack with Adamant, and then the remaining 4 in speed. Honestly, you kind of have to be max attack with this thing, because it's only got base 50 attack, but it's going to be absurd. This thing is going to be absurd. I really, really like Azumarill. I think it's a really cool Pokemon to be using competitive. I really didn't just develop a love for it competitively until this generation, so yeah. But that's Thumper the Azumarill, guys. Next one up on this list is Run, Forest Run, the Galarian Zapdos that unfortunately cannot be shiny because obviously you can't get it shiny. But I'm going to show you guys what the shiny looks like quick because by far the Galarian birds are my favorite shiny Pokemon of all time. Because check this out, I don't know if you guys have ever seen it. Spoilers. But the shiny versions of the Galarian birds are just the natural colors of their Cantonian forms, which is so cool. So Zapdos is black and yellow. Moltres was like yellow and orange, and then I think Articuno was like light blue and like a darker blue. So it's really, really cool. But yeah, so we are running Choice Band with this thing with Defiant. So if our attacks are lowered, they are raised instead, which is really, really nice. Choice Band is going to allow us to be able to hit a lot of things super effectively. We have Thunderous Kick, Brave Bird, Blaze Kick, and Stopping Tantrum. I think most of the time we're just going to be going for Thunderous Kick. I think that's going to be insanely powerful. Brave Bird allows us to have a nice, powerful stab flying type move, although there is the recovery issue, or the us not having any recovery is what I was going to say with the recoil issue. Blaze Kick is there. I don't know how much we're going to be using that, but it'll allow us to be able to hit, grass type super effectively and stuff like that. A Stopping Tantrum I think is also nice because that allows us to have stab for another Mons. Like I don't even know, but like fire type and stuff like that. So I think that would be nice. But with Choice Band, honestly though, we're only going to be going for like 1 attack anyways. Our stats here though, we are running 252 EVs in attack, 252 in speed, with the remaining 4 in HP with an adamant nature. This thing is going to be absurd. Honestly, it's going to be outspeeding a lot. It's going to be hitting hard, very, very hard with 383 attack. It's just going to be decimating things. I really am excited about using this because it's been a long time since I've never used a Galarian Zapdos. So it's been a long time since I've used a Zapdos, but I'm really, really excited about that. So that is Galarian Zapdos, guys. Run, Forest Run. And the last one up on this list, guys, is Travis Barker. The Rillaboom is making his return with the Assault Vest with the Grassy Glide, or the Grassy Surge ability with Grassy Glide, Drain Punch, Knock Off, and Wood Hammer. So this thing I think is going to be really, really nice. Our go-to attack is going to be Grassy Glide once we have the Grassy Surge up. Wood Hammer is obviously there, so we don't go down to, or we don't have to use Grassy Glide outside of Grassy Terrain. That's what I'm saying. So we'll do more damage with Wood Hammer outside of that. Grassy Glide also, Wood Hammer also is powered up in Grassy Terrain. So that is nice. We can always go for that too. Grassy Glide is just there for priority. Knock Off is strong to knock off, Ghost type Pokemon, super effectively Psychic type Pokemon. Also just to get rid of items too. Drain Punch is nice to help us get, health back and stuff like that too. I think this is going to be a really, really nice Pokemon. Obviously, we're running the Assault Vest. I think we are running a defensive nature, but I thought by running the Assault Vest, it'll help us be able to take more, offensive hits from other Pokemon too. That'll help. So we are running max HP and max attack, with the remaining 4 in speed with an adamant nature. Most mons on this team, guys, are offensive. I wanted to do more of an offensive team as well, or a more defensive team as well, but honestly, this time, guys, this team is just for power. Like, I am just looking to knock things out, take names, guys. This team is going to be really, really nice. But that's Travis Barker. So the recap on the first team, guys, is we have Murder Hornet, the Naganadel with Black Sludge, Beast Boost, Draco Meteor, Sludge Bomb, Toxic Spike, and Thunderbolt. We have the Black Knight, Aegislash the Black Knight with Leftover Stance Change, Shadow Ball, Flash Cannon, Wide Guard, King Shield. We have Scott Sterling, the Cinderace with Power Ball, High Jump Kick, Iron Head, and Quick Attack. We have Thumper, the Azumarill with Citrus Berry, Huge Power with Belly Drum, Liquidation, Play Rough, and Aqua Jet. And we have Run Forest Run, the Galarian Zapdos with Choice Band, Defiant with Thunder's Kick, Brave Bird, Blaze Kick, and Stopping Tantrum. And last up, we have Travis Barker, the Rillaboom with the Assault Vest, Grassy Surge with Grassy Glide, Drain Punch, Knockoff, and Wood Hammer. But that is the team, guys. I really hope you guys enjoy. Let me know what you guys think about the team down below, and I'll be right back with the second one. Alright, guys, so we are back with the second team we're going to be using. Obviously, you guys might be able to see a little bit of a trend from the first team. Obviously, in both of these teams, we have an Ultra Beast that I have never used, and a Galarian Bird that I have yet to use. So, I'm super excited about this. This team is definitely a little different than the teams that I usually go with. And I have not done, like I said, I have like 5 teams that I have created, and I picked 2 of them. Honestly, this one I've done the least amount of testing with, but this one is like the most excited I've been, right, to do a team. I love Guzzlord, right? I think it is one of the coolest Ultra Beasts, definitely the second coolest one. I think it's shiny, and I don't think it gets enough love. And when I was looking at this thing, the HP on this Mon is freaking-sane. Guys, this thing is a monster. This thing hits harder than any Mon, or this thing is like one of the bulkiest Mons I've ever seen in competitive, right? This thing is a monster, and definitely we had to use it. I mean, obviously we gotta be doing this, right? We got Big Mouth the Guzzlord, right? It's no relation to the TV show on Netflix. You know, whether you like the TV show or not, I personally think it's pretty good. I like it. I think it's funny, but I know there's a lot of controversy around it. So this has nothing to do with the TV show. It's literally just because he's got a very, very big mouth, even though his head is like what's on top of its body. But it is Life Orb with the Beast Boost ability, Dragon Claw, Crunch, Iron Head, and Substitute. I was going to go for Choice Band for this thing, honestly, but I want it to be a little more, just a little bit more, I decided to go with Life Orb with this one, just because I wanted to do a substitute set. I thought that would be pretty cool, so over Choice Band strictly because of that. Obviously, if we were Choice Band, I would have to throw on another move. The thing is that this thing does not get a lot, it takes on the same kind of role as, Regidrago, where it's got an absurd amount of HP, but it does not have a very big move pool. So there's the thing where, honestly, we don't really have too much to use for it, so having Choice Band would be nice, but Life Orb I think will be pretty nice, and it also allow us to get a substitute on. Right, and then we have Dragon Claw for stab, Crunch for stab, and then Iron Head. I don't know. This thing isn't going to be really outspeeding anything. I just thought Iron Head was a cool last one to have on it, because honestly, it doesn't really have any other moves that it would be nice to give it that really didn't overlap with other stuff. Like it gets like Stomping Tantrum and stuff, but we do have King Quake, so honestly, I don't really see a reason to have that on it. But I think it's going to be really cool. Obviously, I wanted to make this thing as bulky as physically possible, so I literally went max HP. I don't even care what you guys say. I want this thing to literally live any attack. I want a super offensive Choice Specs, Tapu Koko to come in or a Tapu Fini to come in and Moonblast me, and for me to take like that much health. Because I want this thing to stay around for a very long time. And then we are max attack as well, with the remaining 4 in special defense, because it, I think more or less is going to be hitting us, things are going to be hitting us on the special side. So, even though that 4 is really not going to be doing anything, honestly, it's like 1 EV point, but still, if we ever live on 1, then we know it's because of that 4. But, honestly, I think this is really, really cool. I'm really excited about using Guzzlord here. I think it's going to be really nice, and yes, that's Big Mouth Guzzlord. The next one up on this list, guys, is Shell Shocker, the Blastoise. It's definitely been a little bit of time since I have used a Blastoise, and I really wanted to do a Shell Smash set with it. But yes, so we have Citrus Berry with the Torrent ability. I decided to go with Torrent over, I think it gets like Rain Dish for its other one. Is it Rain Dish? Yes, it is Rain Dish. I thought so. But Torrent will allow it, so once we get down lowering health, our water type moves are increased. But Shell Smash is going to, obviously Citrus Berry is there to give us health. Honestly, I don't know what other items to give Blastoise. Looking it up, and seeing anybody else use Blastoise, they use a lot of different items for a lot of different sets. So it's like, for this set, it's really, I don't really know what else to use, right? Like, I've seen people do Choice Specs, I've seen people do Focus Sash, I've seen people do Life Orb, but it's just like, I don't know. I wanted to do a Shell Smash set. Water Spout is going to be really, really awesome. I may end up going with the Focus Sash instead, but I think it's bulky enough that it can withstand attacks. So Shell Smash is going to be there, and then Water Spout is going to be decimating. And then once we get down to low health, or if I want to hit both sides, I can go for a Muddy Water, and then Fake Out is there also to come out on our first turn and kind of be like, nope, you ain't gonna do that, you know, for basically faking out. It's pretty simple. The stats on this guy here, it is max special attack and max speed with a modest nature and +4 in HP. So this thing, I think I really want to be as fast as I can and then just be hit hard as I can. I could have went for like a Jolly nature, but I think being offensive is nice too, because if there is a time where we can't get off a Shell Smash, yeah, but, and honestly, when Shell Smash comes out, you're not going to need a Jolly Nature on this thing without speeding much. This thing is going to be really, really nice. I'm really excited about using it. And Shell Shocker is obviously a callback to the Mewtwo movie. Mewtwo Strikes Back. So, yeah, for the OG Pokemon fans, Shell Shocker. But, yeah. So, the next one up on this list, guys, is King Quake. The Landorus is making his return with the Choice Specs and basically the same set that I've used before. Landorus is just really good. I don't know why people like using the Therian more. In my opinion, I like this version better. You know, it might be just me, but I like this. I like this version better, right? So we're just bringing back King Quake for like the 3rd time on the channel. This is like the first mon to make 3 different teams that we've done, but it's just so good. I love using Landorus. Choice specs with Sheer Force obviously powers up moves that have different, have secondary effects, like Earth Power, and Sludge Bomb, and Focus Blast is there too. I don't know how much we're going to be using it. We don't really have any fighting type potential on this team, except for, like, I think I might have given Mallow a fighting type move. I can't remember. But this thing will be nice. Obviously, though, we have other mons to deal with stuff. So, obviously, because, like, rock types and stuff, we don't really need focus and steel types because we have Earth Power. And then U-Turn is there if I want to just come in and then just jet out, too. I love Landorus. I think it's a really, really cool Pokemon. Obviously, it's the same thing that we've been running: max HP, max special attack, and the remaining 4 in speed with modest nature. I mean, it's no different than the set that we've used for Landorus a lot of times. I definitely think that for next season of the MPBA, which is going to hopefully start at the beginning of next year, I want to draft a Landorus. I think Landorus will be over, because I liked using Zeraora, but I think Landorus will be better in that aspect. So. But we'll have to see what happens then. But yeah, that's King Quake to Landorus, guys. Next one up on this list is my favorite of the legendary birds. My favorite of the Galarian legendary birds. And that's why we are bringing Chill, the Galarian Articuno. And just like with the last one, guys, I can't use the shiny because obviously you can't legitimately get it. But I want to show you what it looks like. That is the shiny Articuno. You cannot tell me that that doesn't look amazing. The colors of the... Now, I would have really liked if they just used the shiny coloration of the regular birds for the coloration of the Galarian birds, and then the Galarian shinies look like that. But who knows when we're ever going to get access to the shiny versions of these birds. I don't think it's going to be a long time, but I really wanted to use this mon, and I've never really seen anybody use it successfully, especially in OU. So I'm a little nervous about using this thing, but yeah, we're running the leftovers, so we'll get as much HP back as we can with the competitive ability. So competitive is, yeah, okay. So if its stats are dropped, then it raises that stat by 2 stages instead. For some reason, I thought it was rivalry. Why did I think it was rivalry? Or no, I thought it was the one that, like, if they're opposite genders. Or something, or like the same genders or something like that. I don't know. I don't know. But yes, so I think that's rivalry. But so I did give it Freezing Glare, which is a stab type, psychic type attack that does have a chance of freezing them. So that would be pretty cool if we can get freezes, right? Air Slash is there for stab, you know, flying type. Recover and Ally Switch. Ally Switch is there because especially if they have like a electric type out, we can Ally Switch with King Quake and not take a damage of it. Or even with Mallow or Vesuvius or even Big Mouth can all take electric type attacks, so they all resist it. So it's like, I mean, having that would be nice. Ally Switch is just nice in general. And then Recover there is to help get back attack or health when we are low. So this is a modest nature with max HP and max special attack with the remaining 4 in speed. This is definitely a Pokemon that I want to be hitting hard, because I've never seen anybody use it successfully. I've never used it successfully, so this is kind of like a shot in the dark. I don't know what people run with it usually in OU, because everything I found was like, oh yeah, and UU and PU and stuff like that, and I'm like, I don't want to use it in that. I want to use it in OU, and it's not going to be successful in those, and with those sets in OU. But yeah, so that's Articuno. I'm really excited for it. But yeah, so next one up on this list, guys, is Vesuvius, the Heatran. We are bringing back, I think Heatran this is our 2nd or 3rd time using it. We are running Shuca Berry instead of Air Balloon. I wanted to run Air Balloon, but I definitely think Shuca Berry might be a little bit better. That way, if they do go for a ground type attack, you know, Air Balloon will allow us to not take ground type attacks, but then they'll know about it, right? Shuca Berry will allow us to take half for it, and we'll be able to come in and do a lot of damage. I don't know. I thought this would be a little bit more of a sneaky set. I could be wrong. But yeah, we are running obviously Flash Fire, so if we're hit by a fire type move, puts us in Flash Fire. We are Eruption, Flash Cannon, Rock Slide, and Protect. For some reason, when I used Heatran last time, I kept being like, "What? Why is it not doing any damage?" And I failed to I was just like, well, you do know that Eruption does less damage the less HP you have. So I was pretty stupid when it came to that, so that's why Eruption did less. But yeah, honestly, Eruption's going to be decimating. Flash Cannon's there for super effective. Rock Slide's there for, nice to be able to hit a lot of stuff. And Protect there to help protect us from other moves, scout from stuff. But yeah. So, this is a Modest Nature. Again, a lot of offensive Pokemon on these teams with max special attack and max HP with remaining 4 and speed. So this thing is going to be, I think, will be pretty nice. Obviously can't run shiny one of this because apparently it has a move strictly from an event, which is probably Eruption. So yeah, but Vesuvius is going to come in, erupt, and just decimate more people after the first time it erupted. So yeah. And the last one up on this list, guys, is Mallow, the Sarina. And fun fact, I actually got a shiny one of the 2 full odd shinies I've ever gotten in my life. First one is actually the profile picture of the channel, which is the shiny Lickalicky, or Lickitung, that I got in X and Y. But I actually got a shiny Steenie, right? A full odd shiny Steenie at the end of Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, when you have to go to get the feather from Mallow at the very end for the last trial. And I was in the forest there, and I ran into a shiny Steenie, and I didn't even phase me because I was like, man, this has got to be, like, my shiny luck is so bad that I'm like, oh, you know what, it has to be a guaranteed shiny that everybody gets. But then I looked it up and it wasn't, and I was like, oh, okay. So I literally just got a shiny Steenie, and I have a shiny Sarina that's a legitimate shiny Sarina, and this is definitely one of my favorite Mons from Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. I don't know why. I used one on my first... That's probably why. It's because I used one on my first playthrough for a grass type. I just think it's a really cool Pokemon. Usually, I'm not big on when Pokemon takes... when Nintendo takes Pokemon and makes them look like actual female humans. Like, that's always kind of weird to me. I don't like how they look like actual humans, like Gardevoir and stuff. Which, Gardevoir's a really cool Pokemon. I love Gardevoir. But the designs always rubs me a little weird. That might be why Jinx is one of my, like, most hated Pokemon of all time. But yeah, obviously it's Queenly Majesty, so they cannot go for priority attacks. So stuff like I don't know if it blocks Grassy Glide, because Grassy Glide is only priority when it's in grassy terrain. Maybe, I don't know, but it like blocks Fake Out, stuff like that. Sucker Punch, I think. Quick Attack, stuff like that. So we are running Drop Kick, Play Rough, Triple Axle, and Helping Hand. Obviously, we don't have very much for Dragon types on this team besides Chill, so having Play Rough is also nice. Drop Kick is there for super effective stab damage. Triple Axle I also think would be nice. Obviously, this thing is not going to be doing way too much with Triple Axle, but I think it'll be doing a decent amount. And Helping Hand, I definitely think is there that is going to be something that they won't expect, being able to help out other Pokemon on the team, be able to do more damage, right? And we are running a Adamant Nature with max HP and max attack with remaining 4 HP. But, yes, so that's Mallow. And that's the team, guys. A little bit of a recap. We have Big Mouth, the Guzzlord with Life Orb, Beast Boost, Dragon Claw, Crunch, Iron Head, and Substitute. We have Shell Shocker, the Blastoise, with Citrus Berry, Torrent, with Shell Smash, Water Spout, Muddy Water, and Fake Out. We have Kinkquake, the Landorus, returning with Choice Specs, Sheer Force, Earth Power, Sludge Bomb, Focus Blast, and U-Turn. We have Chill the Articuno, with Leftovers, Competitive, Freezing Glare, Air Slash, Recover, and Ally Switch. We have Vesuvius, the Heatran, with Shaco Berry, Flash Fire, Eruption, Flash Cannon, Rock Slide, and Protect. And obviously we now have Mallow, however you say her name, the Sarina with Life Orb, Queenly Majesty, Drop Kick, Play Rough, Triple Axle, and Helping Hand. But that's the team, guys. So that is both teams are going to be using for the foreseeable future in Pokemon Showdown. Definitely going to be for a while. So, yeah, if you guys are excited for that, make sure you leave a like down below. Subscribe if you guys do. Make sure you have notifications on so you do not miss all the videos that I'm going to be posting in the future, and the new video that's coming out tomorrow with the first team we went over. But other than that, guys, that is it from me. So like I say at the end of every video, I am the Nitro General. I really hope you guys did enjoy, and I'll see you in the next one. Nitro General was out. Peace.